Hey friends, welcome to Flosstube number 29. I'm Chelsea, the owner, the creator, the pattern designer of Vermont Stitchy Co. So most of the things that you'll see here that I'll show you are by me. If they aren't by me, I will let you know. But before we go further, guys, what did you think of my introduction? I edited this video. I am learning. I am not all that great, but I'm taking my time. I'm going slowly and trying little things. That it was one of my goals for 2026 is learning how to edit my Flosstube videos. So yay, I've started. I'm so excited. I did take last week's video, even though I posted it. I did take last week's video, I think it was over this past weekend, and played around with it and tested it before I fiddled with this one. So I do have a little bit of practice, but not a lot, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I think it looks pretty good for a novice, the second time I've ever done it, so it's not bad. Also, I wanted to show you, ta-da, the tree. She's up, she's gorgeous and beautiful. With the lights on it, she looks very pink, not as vibrant pink as the box had on the picture on the box, but that doesn't bother me. It's kind of a pastel pink when the lights are on, but when the lights are off, interestingly enough, it's a more purple, a pastel purple color. Not sure why, but whatever. And this is a 5-foot tree. I did put wooden block risers underneath it. They're actually risers for beds, wooden risers that I got at maybe the Vermont Country Store. I can't really remember, but so this is a little bit taller than it actually is. It's a 5-foot tree. I'm 5'4", so it's a little closer to my height right now. If I take a step back, it's not too bad. But you plug it in and it doesn't twinkle, doesn't do anything else but just stay steady lights, and I love it. Absolutely love it. I think it's great. I wake up at 5:30 in the morning to go to work for 6 o'clock, so it's really dark here right now in the mornings, and so this is a nice little night light to have in my office. The computer screen, when it's pitch black dark, can be really bad on my eyes. That's why I have these are blue blocking lights, and so having this is a really nice way to kind of brighten up the room in the morning time, gets me into the mood for work. So yay, I'm so excited about that. Okay, let's get into the cross stitching. I have one finished piece that I wanted to show you that I just finished. I haven't had time to put it in a hoop yet. I'm not quite sure because it doesn't fit in a hoop. The bottom is going to be empty, so I'm going to have to sew a piece of fabric to the bottom so it looks nice in the hoop. But because of the theme, I'm not quite sure yet what fabric I should choose. So here it is. This is really cute. This is a narwhal, penguins, and some penguins fishing, and these are little fish down here at the bottom. I chose, in the pattern there's no glitter floss, but I chose, because I have them, I don't know if you can kind of see the iceberg. The blues of the iceberg are glitter because it's underwater. I figured let's do that. Also, the fish, the little small simple fish, are glitter as well because we're underwater. So I chose a gray glitter. I did not do a gray glitter for the narwhal, only because I didn't want to do that. If I were to do this again, I would make it on a darker piece of fabric, maybe a purple or not a gray because the narwhal is gray. Maybe like an antique white. This is just a cream, so you can see the snow. It's not coming off in the camera, but in person you can see it. So, you know, it is what it is. For me, this is perfectly fine. For the pictures that I have on my Etsy shop, it's perfectly fine. But yeah, if I were to do it again, I'd put it on a different background. But I think this is super cute. Again, I don't know what fabric, so it doesn't fit down here. I started it too low because I always get scared that I won't have enough room up top, so I start it down low. So now I have to sew a piece of fabric to the bottom, and I don't know what kind of fabric yet. It's got to be 2 or 3 inches wide to accommodate the hoop that I'm going to use. It's a bigger hoop. I don't have any hoops here, but it's a bigger hoop to be able to catch the sides of it. So we shall see. I haven't decided, but we shall see. I'm thinking maybe if I have it already in my stash, like a plain blue. I don't have anything particularly wintry or snow related. I do have blue birds, but that wouldn't go with the theme. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll just sew a bit of the, like, take this top part and sew it to the bottom, but then it won't look so good. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, I am working on a new one. I did mess up a bit, so you're going to see that. So this is for February. And you can see up here I messed up, so I have to redo that. And that happens even with me. I mess up, have to redo it, and that's okay. But this one I specifically made so you can lay it this way, up top, here, it doesn't matter. It can be, when you finish it, it can hang or however you choose to finish it. It can be lay, framed, whatever position you want, vertically or horizontally, it doesn't matter. So I'm excited about this one. This one is going to have a little bit of like back stitch, not quite embroidery, but more than back stitching. So it's like an in-between embroidery back stitching that is going to go right in the middle. So I'm very excited to show that, excited to show the finished piece. There are months of the year that I like to design and make patterns for more than others. January is not one that I particularly enjoy to make, but I do make them. So this is for kind of for January. But I like February, not so much March. April I like, May, June, July, okay, I like a Christmas in July. August, September, October I really enjoy. September kind of is okay because of the fall. November I enjoy, and December. So you'll see more of those in those months, but I have created the 4 seasons, a cross stitch for Hello Spring, Hello Summer, Hello Fall, and Hello Winter. So that'll be coming out periodically throughout the year. So look out for those. Excited for that. And I have a few in waiting, especially I think I've got 1 or 2 more Valentine's Day-ish, springy, kind of lovey, that could go from February into March. It's not particularly Valentine's Day, but if you like it, you can stitch it whenever. So I'm excited for those. I'm excited for this new year for stitching and learning how to edit. So yay. Okay, we're gonna switch gears a little bit. I want to show you a few things that I've bought and then a few things that I'm making. They're not all of it is cross stitch related, but it is stitching. So first I want to show you what I bought. So I bought, this is a canvas. Sorry, you can see the light. A canvas here, painting canvas. This is, I think, called back stapled canvas. And then this is a 5-pack, so it's just, I didn't break it up yet. This is canvas panels. So these are just hard panels, and this has the stretch on the back. And the reason why, I told you a few videos ago that I am going to take This is a little crumpled, but I'm gonna take, it's really crumpled. I'm gonna take this because my mom wanted it, and I'm gonna do a busted canvas. She specifically asked for a busted canvas. I really hope this fits. Yes, it does. Barely. We'll see. If it doesn't, we'll work on it. Anyways, so I haven't filmed it yet because the fabric that I bought hasn't arrived yet. It's only like a yard of fabric. It's going to be cardinals, and on a white background, cardinals and some few sprigs of pine trees. So similar to what I had on a different one. So I'm going to put this, again, if it fits, I'm going to do a busted canvas. I'm going to film it with the mechanism that the hubby bought me for Christmas, and then I'll post it. But until the fabric comes, I won't be able to film it. So I've got the fabric for the top. It'll be that cardinal, and then my mom, where she lives, has the fabric for the inside, because when you do a busted canvas, you turn the fabric out. So you want something on the outside as well as the inside when you turn it out. So she's got that, so I'll have to film. It might be a two-parter. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I have it here. This is a 12 by 12 inch, they're both 12 by 12 inch. So theoretically this should fit. The only problem is that on the back you can see there's about a 1 inch lip around it. So technically it's 12 by 12, but minus an inch, it's really 11 by 11. So, and this is 10 by 10, I believe. So theoretically it should fit, but I don't know. We'll see. Just by feeling it, it doesn't seem like it'll fit, but maybe that won't matter once it's cut open and I curl it enough. It won't matter, but we'll see. It'll be an adventure, and if I need to go out and buy more, then I'll go to Michael's and buy more. So that's that. The next thing I bought is this Polyfill Extra Loft Quilt Batting. Now, truth be told, I've never used Polyfill quilt batting at all. This is for a queen or this is called a large. It's for a queen or a full size quilt. So normally I do like the organic cotton quilt batting. It's very thin. This is supposed to be like have extra loft, so it's supposed to be thicker. Never used it before, but I thought I'm gonna give it a try. I have used, they do make, and I have used it's called a green, I believe it's called a green batting. It's literally green in color, but it's made 100% out of recycled bottles, plastic bottles, you know, that you put in the recycle bin, which is super cool. And I have used it, and I do like the way it quilts. I like the way it feels against my hand, and the thickness of it is so nice, and it is very warm. So I do like that green kind, and if I can find it, I'll put a link in the description box below. I'll also put a link in the description for this Polyfill if you're interested in quilting. This I got from Michael's. The canvases I got from Michael's as well. And so I like the green, so I thought, well, let's give it a try. The green is a little bit more expensive, and it is harder to find. I've never seen it at Michael's. You do have to do a Google search for it, and it's kind of, I don't know if Amazon sells it. I'll do a Google search for you. Don't worry about that. And so I got this because I am making what's called a salvage quilt. So every time you quilt, the fabric has a piece of it that has the information of the fabric on it. The colors that are used, the copyright information, the name of the artist who made it or the company that created it, what kind of fabric it is. It's got all of it, and it varies in size, most an inch. But people normally throw those salvages away. And I had seen online, and there was a shop here in Vermont that did it. It was a massive quilt, massive. And if memory serves me right, the woman said that it took 15 to 20 years to be able to collect all the salvages. She ran a quilt shop, so it was easier for her, but still 10 to 20 years, or 15 to 20 years is a long time. So she collected all the salvages. She didn't throw them away. She just put them in a bin, and I did the same thing. I just put them in a plastic bag. And mine are about 6 years of salvages, and I'm not through them all, but I'm like, okay, I'm done. I need to take a break, and then I will keep quilting, and I'll build up the stash again, and then, 6 to 7 years, I'll do this again. But I'm making a salvage quilt, and so this is what it looks like. Hold it up like that. So these are the salvages, and this is just regular fabric. These are 5-inch squares. I took 5-inch squares that I already had. I had a packet of batiks, which I'll give you the name for, and then a packet of regular cotton. And then these are some just scrap extra pieces that I had from quilts that I just couldn't make. And so I have salvages, and I took the salvages and I sewed them. You can see on the back, they're just sewed down. And I took those and I made them into a 4-patch. And so you can see the salvages are on the ends. Now, could I have made the salvages in the center? Absolutely. If you were interested in making, you can design and do this however you want. I've seen diamond versions. I've seen bigger. I've seen smaller. It's totally up to you. But when you put two together, this is what I really liked. Excuse me for getting too close. My pile is over here. When you hold two together, you get this. Let's see if I can do it. Cool design. So when I put the 4s together, the salvages will eventually make a diamond in the middle of these 4 patches. So I am super, super excited. So the centers, this is a mode of fabric. It's a charm squares, which was 5 by 5 inches. It's called Strawberry Lemonade by Sherry and Chelsea. That's a mother-daughter team. I don't believe that Strawberry Lemonade is in rotation anymore. I got this in 2024. It's 42 squares, 100% cotton, charm pack, 5-inch squares. Motivefabrics.com. I will link this in the description box below for you. If I can find the charm squares, I will definitely link it, but it might be something that you have to find on eBay. Fabrics go out of rotation, they retire, so sometimes you have to find them elsewhere. eBay, Etsy, maybe Amazon has extra, I don't know. The second one that I used is this, and it's called Berrylicious Batiks. And this is also by Moda. 42 squares, 100% cotton, 44 by 45 inches wide. Don't know what that means, but it's a charm pack, so it's 5 by 5. And so batiks are made in Indonesia. They have a different material. Don't know how to describe it. It's a different hand feel. Batiks have a different hand feel. They're stiffer. I think that they are absolutely wonderful to work with because you can't, here's the back of the batiks and here's the front of the batiks. They're almost identical, so it doesn't really matter if you mess up the front and the back because there's really no front and back. Whereas if you look at this one, which is just cotton, there's the front. You can see it's really vibrant and colorful, and here's the back, much more dull. So there's a definite difference between cotton and batiks. So I think batiks are way more forgiving, and they're just stiffer. I just really like working with them. They're some of my favorite fabrics to work with. But you can see the salvages. Not all of them, like this one's blank, but not all of them have writing, or the writing is not a consistent across. So there'll be blank patches and then it'll start up again. So some of them have blank patches, some of them I think are so cool, like the skulls. And you can see here the different colors. Those are all the colors that were used for this particular fabric, if I understand how these color things work. These are the color shades that were used for that particular fabric. So I am so excited for this. I just finished yesterday with these individual charm squares. So now I'm going to make them into a 4 patch here. And once I finish with all of that, I'm going to put the 4 patches all together and create a quilt. I've already laid it out, and I do recommend, if you're to lay out your fabric first before you sew them all together, and then take a picture on your phone or, whatever, camera, if you have a camera, no judgments if you have an actual camera, and look at it. Give it a day, let it sit for a second, let it marinate, and see if you like it, and then lay it out again. I can't leave mine out, I just don't. Some people have a wall where they can put their fabric up. Normally they take batting and then they put it up on the wall, and then batting, these will stick to batting without pins or whatever, maybe you need pins. I don't have that. Normally I lay it on the floor, then the cats try and help and they run around all in it. That's why a picture is really helpful, for me at least. And so then I can see and look back and say, oh, I don't like the color placement, or there's too much dark over here, I want to mix in. So I've done that already, and I had it laid out with all the batiks up top, and then the Sherry and Chelsea strawberry lemonade on the bottom. But after thinking about it for a day or two and looking at the picture, I was like, oh, that looks weird, I don't like it, I think I want to mix everything around. So we'll see how I feel about it. I might make it scrappy. That's the term that's used when you mix things around and it's not all one. Hue is not the right word, but I'm going to just use hue. One hue. You mix different colors and it's called scrappy. So we'll see. I don't know. Then on the back, I got what was given. I didn't buy it. Let's be honest. This would be too expensive. I got this. It's a literal heavy roll of fabric from my stepdad. I don't know where he got it from. I can't remember. But it's not the first time that he's given me big rolls of fabric. I've got a big roll of just plain white, kind of thick canvas. Not quite oilcloth, but it's definitely not cotton. It's somewhere in between. And this is a thicker canvas as well. Let's see if I can. It's heavy. Hold it up. So it's blue flowers. Let's see if I can. That's the back side. Hold it up. So it's really pretty, very spring. I don't know if I can hold it with one hand. There we go. And so this is what I want to put, hair. This is what I want to put on the back of that salvage quilt. The reason being, now, if you're new to quilting, let me tell you, there's no quilting police. You can do whatever you want with your quilts. You can put whatever you want on the back. It doesn't have to match. This definitely won't be matching the back. And it's also very thick. And the reason why I want to put it on the back is because I don't know what I'm going to do with the quilt. This is perfect for if I wanted to do a wall hanging where it just stays, it doesn't move. This is very nice material to leave it as a wall hanging. But if I wanted to use it as a quilt, I could. A personal kind of a lap quilt, I could. It's thick enough. It won't wear and tear. This is material that you could use to make curtains out of. It's that thickness. It's thick, like real curtains, not synthetic. It's real cotton, but it's heavy. It's got a lot of weight to it. And so this, I think, will be great for either a wall hanging or a lap quilt. And in addition, because I have something that's completely different on the back, I can flip it over for the season. I really like doing that. I really like making the backs either reversible quilts, where 2 quilts to 1, mush them together and you have 2 different seasons, or just, a random backing that's like, this feels spring. this fabric is very spring, so this will be perfect for spring, and then I can flip it over in the summer and have the salvages, which are very bright and airy and can be a summer quilt. Or again, just leave it as a wall hanging. So we'll see what I decide, and I will keep you updated on that. I'm very excited. Oh, and one last thing I wanted to show you. Hold on. Okay, it was heavy, took a few seconds. Last week I told you that I was buying a walking treadmill, and it finally arrived. Actually, it arrived between these two videos, the last one and today. So I've been using it. It's great. It is about 35 pounds. So let me try and lift it. This is the treadmill. It's pink. It's coming off as silver, but it's pink, just the front top bit. It's heavy. For me, it's heavy. 35 pounds is a lot for me. I don't have very much arm strength, and I've got this one arm has issues. But it's easy enough and light enough that I can move it from up here in my office if I'm really busy with work, and I can move it downstairs after work to, put on some true crime on TV and just walk for an hour or two. It has a 3-inch lift to it, so if I want a more intense kind of hill walk, where it's steep, I can do the 3-inch lift on it and go for that. But it's been so nice, so helpful. It has a remote that comes with it, so I can turn it on and on from my hand rather than bending it down or falling. That's like my nightmare is falling off the treadmill. And have you seen those videos where they shoot people back? That is like my worst nightmare. So this doesn't have any handrails at all. So at work, that's perfect because I can walk and I can walk and type at the same time. So, I'm not worried about falling off my computer because the treadmill, not falling off my computer, falling off the treadmill because my computer is right here, so it keeps my body steady. However, I have learned that I need something on both sides of me. I don't need anything necessarily in front, but on both sides of me when I'm downstairs in the living room walking and watching a true crime or whatever. Because I have a tendency to move to the left and right without anything, and I have slipped a few times. So I have to put a chair on one side, and then I align it so that the dining room table is on my other side, so I can put my hand out if I feel myself moving to the left and right. Which when you go to the gym, which I do quite often, they have those big handrails, and I have grabbed onto the handrails numerous times. It happens like twice every time I go to the gym because I accidentally go too far and I slip a bit, and I'm like, whoa. So if I were to redo this and buy it again, I would get the handrails going with it. But because I had the intention of only using it at my desk, which it turns out I don't always want to walk because I've got too much work to do, I don't do it. So, but it's okay. It is what it is. It works great. I love it. It goes up really high, but I don't go above like 2 or 3 to do a brisk walk here at home. It's quiet-ish. It's a treadmill. It's going to make noise. It doesn't bother me, but you just turn the volume up on whatever you're listening to, and it goes away. So yeah, I like it. So I've got lots of tasks to do. This, I don't know if I mentioned, but this is on my Etsy shop right now. There's absolutely no obligation to buy anything when you're here. But my Etsy shop is linked in the description box below. So if you're interested, you can take a look. I've got I think almost 40 patterns up right now, which, in the grand scheme of things isn't all that much, but for me as a new business owner, this is my 2nd year, so 40 is quite a lot. This is not yet on Etsy. I'm gonna put that whenever I finish is when I'm gonna put it up, and that'll be in time for February and the Valentine's Day season. My goal is to get that one out before February. We're the 15th right now, so I want to make sure there's enough time for people to be able to stitch it. I do have February Valentine's-y themed patterns on my Etsy shop right now. I'm not showing them today, but I will as we get closer to February. And a few of them can hang on my, you know, pink tree. So I will be hanging a few of them on my pink Christmas tree. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep her up all year long. Probably not, but at least well into February. I think it'll look nice with the hanging ornaments. And that's just to show you, you know, a different way to display your ornaments. They don't all have to be in hoops. It's whatever you want. So I think that's all. We're at 30 minutes. I hope you have a lovely weekend, a nice few weeks. Stay safe out there, everybody. And oh, I forgot to tell you updates. Blood work. Sorry, guys. Blood work came back. My progesterone levels are what a normal person should have for progesterone. So that means the pills are working. And my estrogen levels are still really high. Even though I'm taking those estrogen processing pills, it's still at 208 as of December 17th. So almost exactly a month ago. It was 285. So it's a reduction for sure, but the ideal is 175. So I'm still really high in the estrogen levels. I did a little bit of research on the internets, and we know that that isn't always reliable, but it did say that, I mean, other than confirming that I have either or endometriosis, which I think I do have, or PCOS, which I don't think I have. It confirms I have one of those two, but I think it's endometriosis because of the intense pain. And then I also was reading that it can lead to the weight gain, which I had quite a bit of weight gain, which is why I had to change my diet, which would help with the cholesterol, the high cholesterol that I have. And what else did it say? Oh, sleeping all the time, tired, and irritability. So my mood swings are way better. If anything, there's a perk. The mood swings are way better. So that has been very, very nice. I'm not as sleepy as much, and my moods are so much better. So that's good. So yeah, anyways, and Tyr is doing well, but this week he gets another shot, and I can tell that he's a little bit more pain. They tell me I'm supposed to do it every 3 to 4 weeks. I reduced it to 3 weeks because I could tell what week he was having trouble with, but I don't think that's enough. I'm going to have to ask the vet if I can do maybe every 2.5 weeks, because 3 seems like his personality changes. He's sleeping a lot more at that 3rd week. So we'll see. I don't know about him. Shadowfax is doing great. He was up here with me, but he decided he was too cool. He's too cool for me and my floss tube, so he's not here anymore. But I hope you enjoyed the pictures of him in the introduction. So have a great day, great weekend, stay safe, get some stitching in if you can, and I will see you in 2 weeks.